It's Sunday.
Highigan, yo. How's everyone doing tonight? Happy Sunday.
We back.
We back.
We back after weeks, what felt like forever away. Man, so glad to be home, guys. Nice to be home. We just got back the other day, and whew, what an adventure.
Oh my gosh, we had so much fun, you guys. It was an adventure. Oh my gosh, we learned so much. We gleaned so much from this trip in so many different ways. I cannot wait to tell you guys all about it. I cannot wait for you guys to see the content that comes from it, because let me tell you, it's going to be big. You guys don't want to miss what's about to come.
Yeah, what's up, fam? Glad to see you guys out there. 420 Things, Chris, Norma G.
Yeah.
In the house, AC Infinity out there, Hilltop Smoke.
420 Things, Johnny.
Mike Huffman.
JP.
Zero Tolerance, you guys. Thanks for joining. Good to be home. Sorry we've been away. But man, it's been an adventure. So we're gonna take you guys through some photos that we took. Really, there's so much footage. Impossible to even begin to scratch the surface of it since we just got home and take care of the kids. I spent like 4 hours today working on the yard.
Just the yard.
Because it was out of control. Just trying to get everything back at home, trying to relax a little bit, trying to get used to the time change again.
Neil was on California time when we got up this morning.
Yeah, it's been wild, but man, it's gonna be awesome, guys. Can't wait to show you guys all the adventures, and we're gonna get to check in on the plants tonight.
See how they fared during the trip.
See how they fared 2 weeks away with pretty much zero intervention. So we'll get to see how they're going, and we should be good. But we'll take a look. I think I haven't even really peeked in there since we got home. 2 weeks Cali time will get you.
Yeah, you guys, we met up with, our fam from the ACI After Dark crew. And you guys, not only that, Jorge Cervantes was along for the ride. And we basically lived with him for 2 weeks. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, we basically lived with everyone for 2 weeks. So, man, car trips all through the mountains and all over the place. It was wild.
The mountains, like I was saying, like we got here and we were like traveling for almost 24 hours before we even got to California. It felt like anyway. And then, taking that drive all the way up north. But then once we got there, it was like all the jet lag went away just because of the beautiful vibes and like the mountain views. It was just like, oh my gosh, incredible. I couldn't believe where we were in the middle of it. I couldn't believe we were there.
Yeah, just majestic AF. Like the mountains up there, everything, it's beautiful. Everything is far spread apart as well, like mountain.
Oh my gosh, hours and hours just between farms.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely got to check out some dope farms. So we'll take you guys through all the pics. Kind of a quick thing. I didn't really have time to go through them, so we're gonna go through those babies together.
We're gonna go through them together.
little photo trip, but man, like I said, we got like 4 terabytes of footage between everybody's cameras. And just the vids coming out of this are going to be incredible, you guys. Checking out all the farms, how they're going, what's going on there, and just their story. It's going to be super dope. New strains that are coming up that they're going out. There's so many new strains. We actually even got to come home with some new seeds for new strains that are being developed out there right now. We have a few
kind of
extra.
Geeking out about it, actually.
A few extra of some, so we'll be able to hopefully share some of those with you guys in the community, do some fun giveaways. And just wanted to also say thank you guys. We are so close to 100,000, which just seems to me like just a mind-blown moment there, just to see that. So while we were gone, we're over 99K, less than 1,000 away, less than 800 away. So thank you guys so much for all the love and support over the years. Man,
we're just getting started.
Really, I mean, it's been 4 years now. It's kind of crazy to think about. But just thinking back to when we started in our basements, our separate houses, and just figuring out how to grow. I mean, we're still learning. We're still, every grow, we're learning something new. Talking with you guys as a community, we're learning new things. We have so many things that we want to try and grow, different things in different methods. And also just coming back from California, seeing all the outdoor stuff really ignited our passion again to want
inspired us so much.
try and get a greenhouse set up or some kind of outdoor situation. Because, man, you guys growing outdoor know that just outdoor hits a little different.
Yeah, it does. Especially, I mean, shoot, the flowers we were smoking in the triangle were like people say it's the best bud in the world, and I could totally believe it because I was not only high, but I was high.
We were high, but also elevation high.
Really elevated.
I don't think my ears have ever popped so much in my life.
Yeah, actually, it took me like a couple days for my ears to acclimate to the altitude. Oh my gosh, I felt like I was underwater for like the first 3 days.
Yeah, right. Just constantly popping, driving through the mountains, just pop, 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 pop. So that was definitely different. But man, just some of the most beautiful views compared to Michigan, where everything's pretty flat. It was definitely cool to see a whole different perspective and just a whole
And the
different
stories
place
and
that we've never been before.
Every single farm we went to had just an amazing backstory and where they came from and why they continue to do what they do. I cannot wait to show you, like, you guys, the stories that are going to come out of this. You guys are going to be mind blown, and I hope you guys resonate with them just as much as we did, because I mean, to be able to be there and hear their stories from them themselves was like, I got goosebumps almost every single day we were there, because it was all incredible.
Yeah, it really was. Just seeing all the different farms, everybody growing in little different methods and ways. So it was interesting to see all these different methods between each farm, and also just the different styles and different nutrients and things like that they're using. So,
and the little tiny microclimates that each one of them had and used to their, to their benefit. Like, some of them had a little more humidity, some of them had a little more heat, some of them, you know what I mean? And they used every single one of them that had these little microclimates. They used that to their, to their benefit, which is, so cool to see. And it gives, there's not only one way to do things, there's many ways to do things, and it just, whatever works for you. And that, like, all these farms was like such a testament to that.
Yeah, it really was. Wait till you guys see. We got some pics. We'll take you through the photo album of the vacation. But maybe first we should.
Should we see how the plants fared while we were gone?
Where's Bing Bong?
Bing Bong is he's still a little jet lagged.
He got left in Cali.
But actually, oh man, I forgot. But Ben hooked us up with a sweet Puffco with some custom glass by I want to say, I keep thinking it's Joe with the Maritime Glass, which also they did hook it up with some glass as well. But I can't remember the Ben. I'll have to make sure I tag it, because you guys, this glass is sick. Should I go get it? Should I go get the rig?
If you want to do some of those.
You got some dabs over there?
Where's those pens?
All right, well, let's look at the plants, and then I'll go grab that dab rig after, and we'll take some dabs from the dab rig that Ben gifted us at the Humboldt farm.
Yeah. So we want to just go to the, take it to the tents.
You must get Bing Bong back. Bing Bong, he did come with us, but you guys, we were so busy we didn't get a whole lot of content with him, but we did get something special that's coming from ACI directly. So you guys will be able to see Bing Bong on the trip, but it's just a little something. But he was there the whole time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some limited edition things being given away on AC Infinity soon. So stay tuned, guys. There's so much coming. Like, everybody's just getting home, relaxing for a little bit after such a wild trip. And just the amount of footage and things that we have, drone shots, everyone's individual cams, plus the film crew that we had there.
It's so like
Alfred.
we were only there for 2 weeks, but we probably have about a month's worth of content.
I think when I was copying some of it, it was like over 10,000 files. So it's gonna be maybe the most challenging video edit that I've ever done, but it's
Totally gonna be worth it.
I think it's gonna be amazing, and just different perspectives from everybody. So definitely, we're just getting close there. We're just getting close to 100,000 subscribers. So thank you guys. Definitely tell your friends, drop a sub, and we're planning a huge giveaway when we do hit 100K. There'll definitely be a celebration live stream. We'll hopefully have some dope giveaways. And just a way to celebrate with you guys, the community, everyone who's helped make this all possible.
Yeah.
Like, it still blows my mind. So
Everybody
thank you guys
here
so much.
is just, you guys, this whole community has been, so supportive and giving, and we have you guys to thank for everything that we've been able to, to do. Like this whole trip, we wouldn't have been able to do it without you guys. So to each and every one of you, thank you so much for supporting us and believing in us. And I can't wait to see where we go next, because it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, definitely. So we want to go to the tent. Are you mic'd up?
I'm mic'd up. I'm ready
Turn
to go.
it on?
I'm
Sound?
on. I'm ready.
Are you on?
I'm on and I'm ready. Let's go to the tent.
All right.
So, you want to look at the autos first?
Yeah, let's take
This
a
one, you
peek.
guys, we're gonna have to pull off the Band-Aid because this one didn't do so well.
This one, it's, admittedly, the very first run with the auto pots and using Floraflex, so it's a little different.
And they are autoflowers.
And they are autoflowers, so definitely probably some learning curve here, but we can see definitely some nutrient issues, some burning. And when we were gone, for those 2 weeks, we really didn't have any control over what's going on here. This is the Ravenberry Mephisto. And my son was just kind of watching things, but we didn't get the full lowdown on like pH and all that kind of stuff, and maybe the same kind of feeding I was doing before maybe isn't quite as the same for when using the auto pots. Maybe I should be dialing it back even more. Just looking at these plants and kind of maybe the issues that they're having.
That is a big plant right there.
But yeah, just this one, the sour jealousy, fast buds, just a monster. But also, just looking like it's having a little bit of issues.
Yeah.
And really, it just kind of is what it is, because we couldn't miss out literally on the trip of a lifetime to stay here and monitor plants. It was worth it. The plants took a little bit of a hit with the grows, but is what it is. We all have grows that sometimes don't turn out as flame as we would like, but we're definitely just gonna keep trying and keep learning and dial it in. A new system that we've never used before, first go, and we'll just have to keep trying. So if you guys remember, there was actually 2 plants in here.
There still is.
The one is like way back. It definitely did not grow as large as the one in the front there. So tent number 1, the autos, didn't maybe go as well as they could have if we were home to give them a little bit more attention. But I mean, no matter what, they still, this one is super frosty though, and stanky. I kind of smelled it a little bit the other day.
For an auto, it's just so big.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge auto, bigger than we've had in a while. So I'm excited to keep growing and trying with the auto pots, and just keep learning. We'll get better. We've seen amazing results with the auto pots, and this is our very first go with autos and using Floraflex, and just a completely new kind of setup. So that's kind of tent number 1. We were rocking, like you guys said, the Evo 3s. we can stagger the height. So we will be starting very soon some brand new autos over here to try, and actually some
Somewhat.
new autos.
Yeah, we actually have a couple autos on deck that I'm really, really excited about. Some from Seedsman and some from Humboldt. So
Fresh off the plant, right out of the breeding
from the farm.
fields. Right out of the breeding fields.
I seeded the buds myself, which I was kind of nerding out about.
So we'll have some fun stuff coming up for sure as we continue on with the autos. That's going to be our kind of dedicated auto tent. So we'll continue growing and showing and learning in that tent.
So this is all the first part of the Battle of the Breeders, and we are doing all these ones organically with the autopots as well. But look at how these babies fared. Not too bad. I think they are a little hungry, so I am probably going to be feeding them this week. But I would say they did pretty good over the last 2 weeks.
I would say these ones are again in the auto pots, guys. But these ones are just organically. So this is a organic soil mix that Heaven did. We did, if you guys remember, a terp tea right before we left. We got Mimosa Orange Punch up here front right. In the back there, we got the Scrooge from Compound Genetics. Back there, Cali Octane from Humboldt, and up front here, Bananas Scotty Seedsman. These are all Battle of the Breeders strains still underway. So everybody's in flower. You can see some of them starting to show some signs of undernutrients. And again, really all we did before we left was that terp tea, right, babe?
Yeah, I did a terp tea before we left, and then I did have to have them dry back for a couple days. So we actually had Neil's son turn the watering system back on a couple days after we left, just so we knew we didn't drown them. But I think that they are almost ready because they're flowering, so they eat a little bit more right now. So I think that they're ready for another feeding. So I might be cooking that up this week.
Yeah. Well, overall, everybody's doing pretty well. I would say the one that is definitely the most newt requirements right now is the Mimosa Orange Punch, which honestly has filled out her 2x2 square like exactly. If we were here to tuck some of these other ones a little bit better, we might have had a better job.
That one just wanted to go straight up. The Banana Biscotti was like, it did not want to scrog very well.
Cali Octane's in there pretty good, and the Scrooge also looking really nice back there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hit them hard with the newts, or well, not hard, but we're gonna feed them. They
She's
definitely
starting to get
need
some
it.
pretty perps on her though.
And we're gonna hit them back. So I don't think they should be too bad. But again, just being gone for 2 weeks and doing the best we can, trying to be as prepared as we can. I don't think there was definitely any watering issues while we were gone. The autopots kept everything rolling.
I think Joe wanted to hop on, but we didn't go through StreamYard, Joe. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, Joe. Yeah, we didn't end up going through StreamYard because we didn't think anyone else was going to be able to make it tonight. Some people, Dakota's actually on his way to Morocco. Joe is having some health issues after returning, and Jay was busy, so we didn't have anybody. So
I do want to smell some of these flowers though, because if you can see, they didn't have
trichomes or anything when we left.
Or anything before we left.
Basically, we were just seeing pistil hairs, and honestly, we should probably comb through these deeply and make sure there isn't any kind of issues or.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really had a chance to really get in here, but I mean, for the most part, I think they fared pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it. I'm gonna smell this Cali Octane here.
Cali Octane in the back.
Here, smell this, Cali. We learned this on the trip.
Grab those little bottoms. Oof, that smells amazing.
Oh my gosh, it smells like California. It's taking me back.
I like how you said it smells like California.
No, that one is pretty fruity.
Yeah, you could probably turn that water on.
Yeah.
Because Haven't
Yep,
did.
I did turn it off again.
We're
'cause
gonna
it
be
was
doing a
like,
little bit of Synganics up in here because haven't dumped some Floraflex feed in here.
Just
so we
a
can,
little.
Yeah, just a little bit of the bloom newts, or actually a tray I had weighed out for Bane to put in while we were gone that didn't get put in. Not for this tent, but we just figured hit him with those synthetic newts or the minerals, salt minerals, and then that'll just be direct and instant rather than trying to do top dressive dry organic amendments, which would take
It's just something new I'm trying.
take a while to break down. But man, this mimosa orange punch, wow, what a slapper. Hopefully she gets the food, bounces back, and starts to do well. But pull that back off.
Oh.
Filling back up. You can see the water literally flowing in there right now. They drank down what was in there pretty quick, but
I was worried about it. I didn't want them to be oversaturated.
yeah.
So I do turn them off every now and again just to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, and I don't think there's really any issue with that. I think just all the issue here is just they needed newts.
They
and
just are
we
hungry,
weren't here.
yeah.
We weren't here to give them the newts. So
I mean, it's a good testament to see how they will do, next time, or if we want to do another trip and how we want to go about it. So
right, and this was a long trip. Honestly, the longest
we've ever been away.
yeah I've ever been away from home. The 2-week journey.
That one is so pretty, though. The flowers on that are going to be gorgeous.
The Scrooge.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scrooge is looking bomb. All these are looking bomb. Battle of the Breeders going on right now. So if you guys didn't know, check out Seedsman to cop some of these strains. Seedsman to cop all the Humboldt strains. And it's going to be pretty neat, I think, when you guys see the farms, Matt and Ben's farms, where they're doing all the breeding. I mean, that's where it all happens, guys. Whenever you pick up some of those genetics, just know that they were all bred with love down there on the farm. And it really is such a family vibe there. So it's super, super awesome. Honored to be growing some of these in the tents along with some other amazing strains from some super dope breeders. So
Yeah.
that's tent number 2, all organics, auto pots. Fared a little bit better than the
auto flowers.
autoflowers.
Yeah, but I'm not upset about it. I definitely will continue to use autopods for when we do have to go away. I mean,
Yeah.
for real.
And it is our very first go with these setups, something completely new to us. So we are still learning as we grow.
So in here we have the rest of our Battle of the Breeder. Y'all, look at these.
Holy freaking Jedi Juice went freaking absolutely
She's past the
ham.
light.
Jedi Juice just turned into a freaking monster. So these ones are running in the old Flex system, which I'm a little bit more accustomed to. With the top watering, and these ones look like they fared a little better, but definitely need some love as well while we've been gone. But Jedi Juice is just looking like a monster running under the Evo 6, just
Past the light.
straight up, cannot be contained, and I can't get the light won't go literally any higher from where it's at. It's all the way up.
All the way up.
Right, but Jedi Juice is just looking like a flame. So I'm super pumped. I'm going to be checking out the Discord as we go through the week here and we get caught up on things around the house. See how everybody else is out, post some update photos. In the back there, whoo-wee, the Gorilla Cookies Fast Flower
Cookies. She's looking great,
is
right?
also looking like just a dank beast. Getting real frosty, looking awesome. Why don't you come smell some of these terps over here, babe? Let me know how they smell.
Okay.
If you guys remember, these two back here are the restarts that we did. So Heaven's about to give us a whiff of the Gorilla Cookies.
She smells chocolate and earthy.
Chocolate Earth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you smell it?
Yeah. How about
Yeah.
the Jedi Juice?
Oh, she's a wet one. She smells like spicy. like a spice.
Yeah.
Like a nutmeg.
Yeah, I'm getting like a
smell that?
spice too, but like a spicy,
Something.
sweet with
Like
a
a-
light gas.
Yeah, there's something.
Hard
it's
to
weird.
describe.
Yeah.
But man,
And then these two over here are doing good too. They are just now into flower, just now showing signs, but they seem really happy. This Trader Grow, I was really excited about this next run with these because the last run we did with these, so happy. All the plants turned out great. I actually think I like the Trader Grow so far better than the pots.
right? I think the Trader Grow works well because you can just set your fabric pot right on it.
I'll get
You
out
don't have to get out of there. You just set your pot right on it, and then it just wicks right up because it's just a fabric. So up front here, we got the Ben and Gary's. Looking amazing. These ones, if you guys remember, we had to restart because we had remember those mutants. And then in the back there, Cinderella 99. So these are about 2 weeks into flower. And we can definitely, it looks like we see some pistol hair action going on deep in there. So definitely females here, even on the Cindy 99 back there. We just had those first two that didn't really turn out, so we threw them in here right before we left.
He deserves it.
And they've been going great. He deserves it. Look at this one. Wow, look at how many.
Yeah, look at that
how many
one.
leaves on
I know,
this
I
one.
saw that. Isn't that crazy?
That is wild.
How many is that?
Oh, I don't know. Geez, a lot. 10, 11, 12, 13.
Wow.
Whew.
Different, huh?
Yeah, definitely different. So everybody in here is looking pretty good. And hopefully in a few more weeks we'll be harvesting out. And man, we got so much new exciting stuff to pop and talk about. Some of it coming home with us from Cali, some stuff that's never been released, and Emerald Cup winning strains that have never been grown out beyond just the farms that they were created on. So gonna be dope. But that's kind of where we're at. So it's still all battle of the breeders here. We're still getting wild with all that. And then the new battle will be starting afterwards. But everything's been crushing in here under the Evo 6.
Yeah, I like
powering
that
this
light.
whole town. Only at Power 7 right now.
That's my favorite light of the Evo series. I mean, just for like tent growing, I think it's just perfect.
Yeah, it's definitely for a 4x4. It's gonna fit with a wiggle room, but give you enough coverage to definitely, flower the entire tent. Evo 8, I would recommend if you want a wall to wall and a 4x4.
Or if you have a 5x5.
5x5 would be
An Evo 8 would be perfect too.
ideal, but everything's going along. So that's kind of where we're at, guys. And we haven't touched anything yet since we returned. So we were kind of expecting probably a little bit of nutrient issues and things like that,
Yeah,
which
I
we
expect
see.
them to be a little hungry, but you know what? They fared good overall. I'm not upset about what I came home to, you know?
Right.
Like,
We need to find a local grow me to hire and come maintain
for real.
while we're doing trips.
Yeah, and you guys, now I'm excited to tell you about the trip. Because we had so much fun. Joe was asking if we're going to show any footage. I don't think we're showing any footage, but we do have some pictures we would like to show and kind of tease you guys up because we have, let me just tell you, not only are we and Joe and Hyperactive High is going to be doing a video, but AC Infinity is also going to be doing a video, and you guys know Dakota from Home Grow TV is going to put out a cinematic, amazing video of this trip and what it's about and his story and what it means to him. And you guys know that that's always going to be a good one. So.
Netflix level documentaries.
Yeah, so stay tuned for all of those videos coming out because they're all going to be hitting on different parts of this trip and what it means to each and every one of the creators behind the videos. So I'm excited. But we do have some stills to show you for the trip as well.
Yep, for sure. And just before we get to that, I just wanted to take a quick look at what's going on with the plants here. Looks like we're for the Jedi Juice and Gorilla Cookies are about day 32 of flower, so just a little over 2 weeks, or over a month. But everything's looking pretty good there. EC, pH a little high. Tent number 1 with the autos. See, I'm wondering if maybe I just need a lower EC with the auto pods.
I'm gonna go grab that rig.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab it.
But everything's been going pretty good. Still on the every other day watering with the Jedi Juice and the fast flowers with the old system, that seems to be working pretty well, or have maintained pretty well. It's just a matter of figuring out the new pots, the bottom watering system, and getting those dialed in a little better, because it looks like we're having a little bit of issues with the autos. But you know, it's a whole new thing for us, a whole new method. But I do like the ease of just the auto watering, gravity fed, without having to worry about pumps and timers and things like that, or failure points for electricity going out, as long as you have a reservoir. And some people actually give us some tips, like you could set up a secondary reservoir right next to it with a siphon. So you could literally have double reservoirs, and it would just siphon the other one into the next, so you could keep it going even longer. So definitely things to learn there, and things to improve on. But overall, they're going to make it. And we've seen autos in the beginning when we first started the channel that had more issues than those. And I think we'll be all right. Now that we're back, we can hopefully get them dialed back in and start with some fresh water and just kind of redo with some fresh newts and hopefully finish them out pretty well. But we'll be continuing on and just kind of monitoring things. It was a huge help just being able to monitor this kind of stuff while we were gone, and I could tell my son to add some fresh water to bring down the EC, and I was telling him to try and put some pH down in there and stuff like that while we were gone. And also, if you guys didn't know, we did do a full After Dark episode that premiered as a video but not live, because most places that we were there over the trip, we didn't have good internet connection. We had a Starlink, but it really wasn't fast enough or reliable enough to be able to do
We're all huddling around it.
full live stream. So we pre-recorded that. So if you want to see, this is towards the beginning of the trip when we were at the Sandobar Ranch. With Jorge and everybody, the whole team there, Mr. Q, Jay Hyperactive, Dakota, Joe, Jorge, us. And it's just kind of a little tip of the iceberg to the trip. What's going on. We had some fun community highlights and things like that. So if you guys didn't get a chance to watch this yet, definitely head over to AC Infinity's channel. Give that a watch. It's a pretty fun one, but man, there's going to be content coming out from this for so long. There's so much stuff. It's going to be a lot of content coming over the time that we're gone. So can't wait to share that with you guys, to get to work editing on that.
Sorry, I got a little wet in here.
Got a little wet.
Hopefully it'll work. It's not working.
What are you guys smoking on tonight? Thanks for joining, guys. It was kind of a last minute live stream. What's up, Joel? See you out there. We were kind of debating on, we were just so beat and tired, do we not? But we were all so hyped up from the trip. We're like, let's do it.
We need to do it.
Let's jump on, you guys, show you guys some stuff, and keep it fun.
Okay, let's try this again.
Thank you guys again. Sorry again. It looks like maybe we're having some issues with the internet. We've been having constant internet issues since we returned, and even while we were gone, half the time we were gone, we had no internet at home. So kids were dying trying to figure that out. It doesn't seem to be working as reliably as it should be. So I think we're going to have to do something about whatever's going on here.
I don't know what's going on. I need Joe.
Did you break it?
I think I broke it. No, it's turning on. See?
Does it flash the red?
What does that mean?
That's what they said. It usually means that this is wet in here. Do you have Q-tips to clean out the contacts in there, maybe?
I don't. But
Give it the old Nintendo blow.
Blow on that bitch.
There's
She deserves it.
You didn't put no water in here?
No, I didn't. I was gonna try to clean the contacts with this.
I don't know.
All right, now you do it.
Oh yeah, it's definitely wet in there.
Oh, it's because I just.
Oh, you put a bunch of alcohol on
Yeah, I
here?
was cleaning the contacts. Isn't that what you're
Cleaning
supposed to do?
the
Come on, Joe, help us out
contacts.
here. I don't know how to do it. That thing's full of. I think we're screwed right now.
I think we screwed.
Do I just get Bing Bong dirt or naked? Do I get naked Bing Bong?
I don't know.
I needed smoke.
Well, this is though the beautiful
Oh my god, this piece right here.
custom piece. Ben gave us
Ooh,
this
it was so pretty.
when we went to his farm in Nat's farm. Just gorgeous custom piece. If you Joe, if you happen to remember the name of the guy who made these, drawing a blank at the moment off the dome, but looks great. But we can't seem to get her. We're getting one of these. So we might have to resort to different piece. You want to grab that bomb over there, babe? Works like a tank.
Oh, I got naked Bing Bong.
Or that.
All
Probably better.
is upstairs though.
All the weeds upstairs. We're ill prepared tonight.
Why is this happening? See, we were ill. You know what? Here. Here you go.
Hey,
Is that one working?
the good old bomb.
I thought she was dead there for a second.
You ain't getting no flashing.
Okay.
Whoop, boo. Whoop. Man, we did get to try some really great
Oh my gosh.
live
the best
rosin
rosin
and
of my life.
extracts from like jelly donuts, hella jelly, orange cream
Orange
pop.
cream pop. That one was my favorite. Chicken and waffles.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of the Humboldt strains from the fields from various farms that were growing some of their strains, along with other strains. The Ridge Boys were there live pressing at Wildleaf. Jorge taking dab rips. It was wild. Oh, you go first, my
Me?
man.
Thank gosh.
Thank gosh. Oh, she hitting. Beep. Drop the bomb. I gotta be careful. If you remember that one time, the bomb bombed me. Look at the look at the haze. Ooh, what are you guys smoking on tonight?
Oh, it made me feel good. Way too
Make me
late for
feel
the stream.
good.
I can't believe all the weeds upstairs.
Bit by Silverbug says it's dead. We did. We charged we charged a Puffco all day.
I did just.
Oh, did we burn all that up?
Wait a minute. Just kidding.
Oh, wait a minute. The bomb is out of batteries. Hasn't been charged in
I don't know how.
months.
I don't know how. Oh, there's a little something in here.
And then, so we'll go plan B with the Carta. Because I didn't really get
C?
any off that. Yeah, plan C.
Cause why? See, you guys, we can't even get it figured out.
Can't,
God, we suck.
can't even get it figured out.
You gonna do that? She don't like me.
Remember, Jays was doing that as well when we were on the trip. And Hallie from Humboldt said that it's common if it gets like water leaks in there. So maybe somehow we had some of that.
I think I just need to clean it. I only used it the one time. I don't know.
Well. We got options.
It's gonna work next time. We got options. So we do the bomb, the Puffco, the Focus.
Oh my gosh, baby. You're a champion.
Yeah!
Yeah. So actually what we're smoking on, these are a bunch of dabs that we had extracted through various grows, Lord of the Lemons strains, all the trim, tons of autos and
It's
Mephistos.
just a mix.
It's kind of a mix, but man, it slaps.
It's a... Fuck. All right, let's look at some of these photos.
Yeah. Let's get to the photos. We'll give you guys a quick little vacation tour.
Vacation tour, oh my God.
And so I haven't really been through these, so there might be duplicates and things like that. But let's just go through. So
If you see there's a bear. This is our first day.
if you see this bear here, that we were driving up to the very first farm.
Oh no, we were driving up, not
and-
even to the farm yet. We were just getting there.
Yeah, we were just getting there, taking our first
We
trip.
haven't even got to our Airbnb yet.
We flew into Sacramento. We were going to the first place that we were going to be staying for a few days, Sandoval Ranch. And on the way there, we're in the car with Jorge and Stefan and me and Heaven, and we're talking about never seen any bears. Jorge's saying he's never seen
I'm
any
like,
bears.
you ever seen any bears out here?
in
He's
Northern
like, no,
California?
you'll never see a bear out here.
Literally, we're driving down the road, and Heaven's like, I just seen a bear. And we're like, what? So
No, they didn't believe me. They're like,
Yeah.
no, you didn't. I said, that was a bear. Turn around. Like,
Drew
you,
whips the car around. We go back. Sure enough, bear on the side of the road, right off like a freaking mountain.
that was a bear on the side of the road. It was crazy.
I brought some beef jerky, threw him a piece of beef jerky out the window, made that bear's day,
Jorge couldn't believe it. He was like, wow.
and we continued on. So we got to Sandy Bar Ranch. Here's Joe and Jay just being cute on their sleeping arrangement. It was really neat because it was like kind of little cabins, yerba mates, which Dakota's absolutely addicted to.
Oh my gosh, yerba mate.
Where the yerb's at. We went down to the river that night.
There's a river.
It was pitch black, dicey, and super rocky, but we all made it without dying. These pictures it's like pitch black in the moon.
Yeah, this is just stills.
I know, but we were out there. It was majestic and just fun to link up with everybody down there. So, here's a good one. I don't even know. Maybe we can play the audio here. Cue. So it's the first night. Everybody's there. We're getting ready. We've got our vests for the hunt. We're sewing our patches on. Q didn't know how to sew, so Joe's like sew master. Starts sewing them on.
He sewed mine on too.
He
Thanks again,
sewed
Joe.
on Q's backwards, so it's on the inside of the vest. And we had to get a quick little shot of that. So, just those classic, funny memories. Memories, but good.
This is like the cabins we stayed in. We all had like our own little cabin space.
Yeah, yep. So the cabins we were staying at, believe they were recommended by the Humboldt Nats farm, Anchor Farm there, because it was close, so we could go from here to the farm. But we stayed here for about 4 days. But here's just kind of every cabin kind of looked like this, and just kind of right there on the river right there.
Yeah, the river's like right behind it there.
It was amazing. So here's the river, us in the daytime. Look at the majestic views in the morning.
so
Got
beautiful.
clouds coming in over the mountains. It was truly, truly amazing. Just beautiful, guys. I wish everybody could go and it could be a huge thing, but man, it was pretty special. So, some smooches.
Some smooches.
But yeah, just being there and just seeing that in the morning was just kind of mind blowing. It's pretty amazing.
Don't feed the bear, Sir Richard says. That
Probably
was a
shouldn't
no-no.
have. It's like Stefan got a hold of my phone and took some sweet selfies.
That's
Right
Stefan.
here, we got
He
Dakota's
was
back
with
here,
us,
like
he-
super, like yeah, gotta get that shot.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, just wait, guys. There's gonna be so many drone shots. Here's us and Jorge down at the Sandy Bar Ranch, and then a whole little group photo here. Alfred's flying the drone. We get you guys. There's gonna be so many incredible drone shots from this. Dakota just had the drone up, getting a bunch of dope shots all over the place.
Claps, Dakota.
Oh, this is when we were doing the first After Dark. That first night. Here's some group shots of
I love
everybody.
that photo.
Yeah, right after we filmed it. So that was pretty fun filming it. We had, you guys, we were definitely all coming together in some MacGyver status. If you can see here in the middle, we took one of the
We had to figure it out, yo.
Evo 6 and we put a light sheet over it to make a diffuser, so we had some decent lighting because the cabin light was definitely not ideal.
No, we took the Evo.
But you know what? We made it work.
Came in clutch.
We made it work, so
It's the Infinity for real.
turned out great. And then after we went down for a little jaunt down to the river, there's like a swim hole spot, so we walked down, and we were down there skipping some stones, checking it out. Jay out there, a little map we had of the adventure, and some of these we were giving out to the various farms. Every farm we went to, we had a special little gift for them, like a little gift pack. So the maps and all the cool
The map
stuff.
was a part of it, yeah.
So, and I think actually there's going to be some extra maps for future giveaways, autographed potentially. So we'll see. We're down there skipping rocks. We started skipping rocks and see who could skip them the furthest. Joe had some really
Oh my
good
gosh,
skips.
Joe's got some skipping
Joe
skills.
got some skips.
You have to get the rock wet first. Didn't know that.
Is that it? I've never really got them wet first, but I think it's a factor of finding the right rock and getting it at the right angle. Beep, 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 beep. This is the first one. You can also check out some reels on Instagram, guys. We got the gram. If you guys didn't know, or if you didn't see our last video we just did before we left, which is covering like all the Battle of the Breeders up till now. Pretty good video, so if you want to give that a watch. But we did get our, right before the trip, if you guys remember, our main Instagram, regular just Highigan, got deleted quite some time ago, and just knocked us back down to the beginning. So our page used to be I'm Highigan. That was a new one we started. We had that one for a little while, got up to like 10,000. They deleted that one like literally a week before we were about to go on this trip. So just boom, cannot be recovered. Look at that skip Joe did though. So many skips on that one. So we started a new one, which is We Highigan. They deleted that one after just a few days. And so we had to start a new one. So now, guys, if you want to see a bunch of vids and clips that are already put together that we've done since we've been on the trip, check out Highigan.official is our new Instagram right now. Highigan.official is where we're at. So we're just literally just started that one about 2 weeks ago. So if you guys want to see some more fun videos from the trips from everybody, it's a great space to go check that out and see where they're at. But we were skipping rocks for a while. My skip was garbage.
Wasn't bad.
And then this is the first day we went to, this is Nat's farm. And this was kind of just a quick little dinner and hangout sesh before we actually went on the hunt the next day. But man, such a cool farm, like right up in the mountains. This must be when we're at the next day. Look at Jorge's like,
He's in
he's
it.
like, we are in it.
Look at Jorge
The
in that
terps.
flower.
I mean, you gotta smell them. So many dope strains, but the cool thing, and one thing I kind of have to like remind myself when we're at their farms, like these are breeding farms. Like you're not gonna see like show flower and stuff like that because all the plants are like breeding. They're breeding.
Mm-hmm.
These are tests. These are new genetics, things they've been working on for years, and coming along with. Compared to some of the store or farms we went to were just breeding for like flower sales or extraction. They weren't as much breeding. They're just breeding out plants to try and market. But very cool to see the breeding farm and where it all happens. Joe's like, I gotta smell that one. She's my babe here. Look at all the, you can see the reflection in the glasses.
Right in the middle of it. It was so cool to be there.
Talk about weed heaven though. Heaven in weed heaven.
I was loving it.
Just
I was like,
running through just rows of freaking.
how could you not be
plants.
happy there? Like, there's just so good.
Finding the strains, just deep in it. Jay right here, Hyperactive High is doing some great camera work. Thanks so much, Jay, again for coming on the trip, helping out. and being a part of it, dude. It was awesome. But man, so dope, guys. I can't wait to show you guys the vids. Q, look at some of these. I wish I had a way to know what all these plants are after the fact. Orange cream pops, jelly donuts, a bunch of new strains and crosses.
Oh, so many.
New things that are coming up. We're doing dabs.
We eating food. Oh, eating good the whole time. Straight from the farm. Like, he was just going to the garden and getting stuff for dinner. Like, you guys don't even know. It was so amazing. I was like, I want this in my life.
They had so many like good vegetables, and all like meals we had were like so much of it was just incorporated vegetables right from their garden, fruits, pears, and all kinds of things. Yeah, pomegranate, just fresh. Haven't never had one before. It was so
I'd never
good.
had a pomegranate before, and Nat was like, no. He picked one right off and gave it to me, and he was like,
Nat was like, eat this.
eat it.
We were all kinds of things. Some Asian pears.
So me and Jorge shared a pomegranate.
Yeah, super good. The pomegranates were bomb. Busting that thing open. That tart juice. Oof. Here's some of these. There's like some gazerple. They had growing gazerps. Granny candies were a big one that they were running. Whole team here getting ready to eat. Oof.
This one was a.
This is a breeder.
This is a
breeding.
male?
Yeah, male. I don't know what it is.
It was a female, but they. How does he? It's a way that they breed their femmes.
Dope little spot out there for camping on the farm. Look at his cool little setup.
In the corner there, you could see a bear claw. They clawed into it.
Oof. Man, the outdoor there is just wild though, guys. You got to imagine like prime conditions there.
Yeah.
They're kind of at a higher elevation, so I felt like it wasn't as hot as some of the other farms we went to that were lower in like Grass Valley. But you know, that can have their own kind of issues with humidity and stuff like that, but it's just different. It's nice to see the difference in all the different regions we travel, at all different elevations and climates, like some definitely hotter and drier than others, some definitely more in the just lush mountains, like straight up in a mountain. Like,
yeah,
they cleared it, like even the farm itself is all just like different levels and crazy.
Oh yeah, up and down and curves and lefts and rights, and gosh, I can't wait for you guys to see the drone footage. Like, oh, so beautiful.
Bunch of beautiful plants. This was, I think that was actually the show row, and I didn't know if we got to see maybe more of a shot, but it was really neat to see because they had a whole line of plants that they were testing, and as you go down the line, it was different phenos and then different pollinators, and then at the other end, it was all reversed. So they had that growing pheno and then a different pollinator on it. So you could literally walk the line and see these ones were all pollinated with this strain, but it started as this strain, and then on the other side, it was all reversed. So here's a plant growing of like orange cream pop, and then we pollinated it with jelly donuts, and the other side would have been jelly donuts growing, and they pollinated it with orange cream pop. So it was like so many tests going on, and I think that's so cool to go through. And then we're, you know, everybody's out there, we're pheno hunting, and we're checking them all, and everybody's kind of like, what is their favorite? And you mark it in your book and various characteristics, like how's the growth or the resistance? Do you see like it's having issues? How's the bud structure?
Yeah.
What were some of the other
is it
ones?
smelling? Is it, you know, is it... it's just all the different things that they look for, and then they kind of add it up to like a point system, and then they find out which ones are their favorites.
Right, and we were inside a breeding chamber here and actually doing some pollination. So you can see in the middle here, here's the male donor, and then all the plants are going to get pollinated, basically using like a mini leaf blower.
It's kind of funny.
And blasting it. So we'll have to go through the footage and figure out what all these plants were. We'll definitely know this in the full videos, but super interesting to just see the process and what's going on in there. And my babe just...
I'm like, where do I go next?
Trying to navigate through the field. But talk about just like a weed grower's dream, though. As somebody who's just growing at home, like going running through
But
these
sometimes,
fields.
like, just like that, like, you would go past, like, a bunch of plants, and then one of them would just hit you in the face, and you'd
Yup.
have to stop. It was like, it was just like that.
That's what was so neat about it. Just like, this is how, like, new strains are found. And, you know, Humboldt was really giving us some interesting info about, like, when they have people out to do
Eric
the
Neck
pheno
shots.
hunts or come on these pheno hunts, how they take everyone's ratings and they enter it in a system so they can track, like, literally everybody's thoughts about the plants. And then when you see it at, like, a large scale in a database, then you can start to see everyone seem to gravitate towards this plant or this terp or,
and
you
that's
know,
how they find their phenoms that they like.
so not only, you know, having everyone there judging it for themselves and taking that all into account along with their favorites, but then also just looking at all that data and just seeing, you know, what correlates to something that everyone seems to like from all the different hunts. Ooh, I think these were some of the granny candies.
Yeah. He handed that one to me right off the farm. He snipped it. I was like, oh, this one's really cool. You know, I was just loving on it. And Nat literally snipped it right off the plant and goes, here you go. Like, here's the seeds. Like,
Take-
oh my
take
gosh.
the
I was
seeds
like,
home and try 'em.
what? You did not just do that. He's like, here you go. I was like losing it. I was like, probably one of the highlights of my trip was when Nat handed me that. And I was like, get out.
Yeah,
Is
just,
this him in the backhand? Like,
I don't know.
yeah, we were talking about it right there, and then right after that, he handed
There's
it
a
to
bunch.
me.
There's a bunch of bomb ones. Granny can. Oh man, there were so many good ones in there. Just cannot stop smelling them all. Here's a full-blown male used for breeding. Look at all the pollen sacs. That's how you know. This one was just wild. I think just
Yeah.
the mix of the perp and the green just looks so cool. More pollinators out there checking out some things. They getting on this swing over the rib, the little stream.
The peace pipe. Was it?
Traditional
Or it's like
Moroccan
a
hash pipe.
hash. Yeah.
And that was Ben. So Ben had some really nice hash from one of the autoflowers he was working on. Smelled amazing.
Oh my god, it smelled so good.
So
It
we all
smelled
took
fruity.
we all took some rips out of that specialized hash pipe. It was dope. So it's super good on that. Excited for the autos too. And just a reminder, guys, we're going to be at the American Autoflower Cup next year, the 2025 one. Here's just, Nat had like a whole pepper garden too, which we really love. He actually gave us a bunch of pepper
We got
seeds
peppers
to take
to
home.
seeds too.
Yeah, all kinds of good ones. We were helping harvest some peppers down there, Thai peppers, bell peppers, red jalapenos, all kinds of exotic peps. Q with the
Cute.
doob,
Always having a
burning.
doob.
Always has a doob. Oh, and then the food that night, guys. Everything from the farm, all the veggies and everything you see on the plate, corn and everything was from the farm.
Yeah.
The salmon was actually from the Yurok tribe.
The Yurok tribe.
Which is local, somebody that Humboldt works with and helps just with the environment and
Yes.
stuff like that.
Sammy.
And
He was so cool. He came and he brought the fresh salmon and he prepared it right there on campfire and served it to us. He actually showed me how to skewer the fish and cook it on the campfire. It was a really cool experience.
yeah, it was super amazing. The salmon was fresh caught from the river, and that was part of the project so that the Yurok tribe and the tribes around there and then Humboldt was working together to restore the river. And they actually just released or removed the dams to let the river flow naturally, which is going to help the tribe with salmon,
Yeah.
which is what they catch for food and stuff to help feed the tribe. So this was actually the salmon they brought was from the very first catch after the rivers have been undamped and are free flowing now. So it was a huge
his
thing.
First fish with his brother since it has all been undammed, and it was just a really amazing experience to be able to eat that fish with them. You guys,
Yeah.
when they were telling us the story, like I got goosebumps. It was amazing to be able to experience that.
It was a huge thing for the community and for them, so it was amazing to have them there doing that. This is some of the drying areas that they had there for processing seeds, so their drying racks and how they dry. So you'll definitely see more of that in the full videos. Interesting to see. This is actually the river, and you guys can see how it's real muddy. This is all just because it has been undammed, and all that sediment is starting to flow down the river, and you can actually see where this other river connects that isn't dammed. It's all clear blue, and where it just smashes into that other murkier stuff. But they said that's all going to settle as the river starts to flow naturally. It'll all settle out and just become cleaner.
Which just means great things for all the tribes in the area and their food sources, and being able to fish the rivers and use that as a food source for all their communities. It's a huge thing to them to have that undammed. So it's pretty amazing, and that for them to tell us their story directly was incredible.
Yeah, Mr. Q always keeping the doobies rolling. Make sure to check out Q's new channel, Q's Garden, guys. He's going to have a whole bunch of vids from his perspective. He's going to have some strain reviews and smoke reports of all these strains that we got to try, all these cup-winning strains from the different farms that we went to. So super excited about that. Jay ripping. And the water there was just clear. Oop, got a few of my babe here looking cute on the beach. So this is actually Sammy here from the Yurok tribe with Nat, and you'll definitely get to hear more of that story in the full videos coming up. But just a beautiful scenic spot, you guys. With just the interviews, the shots, everything from these is gonna be the best stuff we've ever done. I think
Ever.
Hands down. So we're super excited to be able to share that with you guys. Thanks you guys again, AC Infinity, for making it all possible. And another part of that is this right here. AC Infinity donated a bunch of gear to the Yurok tribe to help them sustain in other ways now that they have the fish population coming back up from the undammed rivers to help them. Also with this equipment, they're going to be able to try and grow vegetables, microgreens, and things like that year round to help provide for their community. So a bunch of gear for the Yurok tribe to grow. So we'll definitely be following up on that, getting them on After Dark, see how the grows are growing, what kind of microgreens and things they're trying. So definitely connecting them up with the equipment and stuff that they need to do. A little bit of fun down by the Riv. It was definitely cold.
Yeah, that one was real cold.
Yeah, right.
But I had to jump in. I was like, I'm here. I'm now. I gotta jump in. That's harvesting our seeds, which was awesome to do.
Collecting some seeds, new genetics to take back home and try of things that are not yet released. So super excited. And I think we might have some extra seeds as well that we can maybe get to some of you guys in the community. We also helped peel a whole bunch of basil for something that was happening later in the trip, which was Hall of Flowers.
Yeah, so they were making fresh pesto right from the farm, from the Humboldt farm, and they donated all of that to the Hall of Flowers, where it was served there with our meal.
Yep. So we were all helping tear through all that basil, getting it picked off for the pesto. This was
just a random stop.
Some random stop, side adventure where we jumped up and there was nothing left here except this chimney. So we all got out and took a picture with it. Wild.
I forgot about that one.
Dakota and
So
Stefan
silly.
got a picture by the weird chimney thing as well. Just some of the river, just man, not used to seeing just waters that clear, everything. It was really neat. Super rocky though. I noticed a lot of the very different than Michigan.
But look at that water. It was just so clear.
Going out there. Some of them rocks were sharp for sure.
That was trying, like he was gonna give him that fucking lighter. They're like, give us a lighter, and he tried throwing it at him. It did not work.
Got into the drink. A little bit of the interview there with Sammy.
Oh, that was me swimming across. You got me swimming across there?
That was Joe probably about to whip it out. Oh, the pups.
We had puppies.
Sandy Bar Ranch, we had some cute pups around there. We just named that one Bacon.
His name is Bacon for us.
Some of these are just random moments
so
from the trip.
Just silly fun times with the trip. That was
Some night shots out by the Rib, always breaking something up. This is actually the seed cellar.
Are we not supposed to show that one?
No, you can show on the inside. This is the seed cellar of Humboldt. Just some quick shots of all the seeds, long-term storage, climate controlled for going back and doing breeding.
Right?
Yep. we actually got to stop by Huckleberry Farms, which some of these appear like they're mixed up.
Yeah.
But here's this is at
This is
Huckleberry?
Ridgeline.
This is Ridgeline, yeah. So we got to Ridgeline.
Oh my gosh, you
Jason,
guys!
man,
The most talk about the most beautiful place on the planet. Jason over at Ridgeline is doing it freaking right over there. Oh my gosh, the flowers,
Yeah.
the views, like oh my gosh.
he had some just amazing, beautiful outdoor plants growing. He also had a mixed light setup, which we'll check out in the full vids, where he has mixed lighting, so some grow lights, some and just natural sun as well. And man, they were all so impressive. He won the Emerald Cup this year for the new Lance strain. So I know Mr. Q is going to have a smoke report, so make sure to go check out his brand new channel, because I know that's definitely coming. But just, oof, all his strains there were just slamming and just looking so good. This was at Huckleberry, so bounce back to Huckleberry. So when we're going to go to Ridgeline, Jason is like, you guys got to check out Huckleberry Farms, good friends. We actually went there first to check out Huckleberry Farms. So man, Huckleberry, just a wild story, went to jail for like 10 years plus for growing, got out, community helped him get back on his feet, got back to growing. And just right now he's got the White Thorn Rose, which is like a super popular strain. It's a strain that he's found and developed, and just it's a hitter, and no one else has it. So super cool to be able to see that, experience, and smell it. White Thorn Rose, just a beautiful plant. He's got a beautiful spot, and thank you so much for inviting us into the farm there to check it out. Ooh, chunky with those deep perps.
The Huckleberry Farms, though.
Huckleberry Hill Farms.
He wasn't. This farm was not even on our itinerary, but when we found out that he was gonna allow us to come check out his plants, and then also the story he had along with it, I was so happy we went. It was really, really cool.
Right. And this was at Jason's house.
Yeah, that's
smoking
Jason
some
from
of that Lance. And just the view from his
So
his
this
driveway.
is the ridge of Ridgeline.
Literally, his house is on top of the mountain. It is the ridge line. You can see like the.
And when the sun
face.
goes down, there is a star right above the ridge line. He says, Joe said, well, I'll never forget it. Joe comes out and he goes, look at the star right above the ridge line. And Jason comes running out. He goes, that's a planet, bud.
Just wild. So this is actually at Jason's indoor. This is the mixed light. But ooh, some of that stuff. Just look at the trichomes. The mixed light was impressive. Super, super dank in there. I was mind blown. But it really got us thinking about like wanting to do like an outdoor now, like a mixed light tent like that.
We're doing it.
Keep the dirt down. Get that outdoor. Get that sun grown. Look at that. I can't. Look at it. So good. He had a dope spot there, little pool tables. This is, I think this is back at the farm, or maybe this is still the mixed light. But he was doing a great job. All the plants very even. And it was different. He's not growing like big monster trees as like we would see at some other farms, but you know, more just everything
all
even.
Of his plants were so happy. Just so happy.
Yeah, some really dope strains. He does a lot for like burner. He's growing. One of these strains was like a custom one for Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson, yeah.
Yeah, what? So definitely doing some work up there. Jason had some really impressive plants. Ridgeline Farm, super awesome.
So beautiful.
Another little dope spot from his property there.
Oh, there's the
Jorge
star
out
bud.
here in the
Jorge with the ridge line in the background. That's kind of dope. That's the ridge line with the star. With the planet bud.
just some mountain views.
Q bought a whole pound of Lance.
Q was so in love with the Lance from Ridgeline, had to get a.
We smoked a lot of that too. Almost all of it.
Joe taking care of that plant. Just some beautiful strains out there. This is at the outdoor that we're actually on his property. This is back at the Mixed Light. This is all part of his outdoor gardens that were on his property. So this isn't Mixed Light. These are all just open, sun grown, but just fields. Dank.
Fields. Like
Fields.
heaven in heaven, let me tell you what.
Heaven in heaven. Just beautiful out there.
Just the like dopest dope you ever smoked.
We were getting right into that at that golden hour too, so the sun was kind of setting.
We got the sunset there. We got to experience the sunset at
Right.
Ridgeline. It was so
I wish we had a little
beautiful.
bit. I wish we had a little bit longer. Yeah, guys, it's gonna be so dope out there. Just wait to see the full vids that are
Apparently
gonna
there's
come
a
from this.
delay.
It might be. Oh, the internet's struggling. Just so much dank from there. Ridgeline, just lots of shots there. Plant some horseshoes.
Cannot get enough of that view though.
Sun
You just
going
can't.
down. Oof! Imagine that's just your driveway. Like, just hanging out. That's wild. You can see the little bugs and stuff flying around. Airbnb.
This was our Airbnb.
So after that, we drove like 3 hours or something to the next spot. Oh, getting some stuff.
Joe with the model.
Joe had to carry a plant back all the way for Eric Nug shots. Could not be touched or moved, so it could preserve it.
He had to hold it like that for like 2 hours because the drive was that long.
For the photos. So you guys will definitely be seeing some really dope shots of a lot of the strains that we see on the trip. Eric's going to have some really dope nug shots. Bing Bong out here. Ready to go.
Bing bong! Oh,
Jade taking a Bing Bong. This is at Mendo Dope Boys. Man, Mendo had a really dope spot as well in the mountains. Some beautiful strains out there. The Hetty strain, which is Emerald Cup winner with a really cool story behind it. Definitely some really great stuff there at the Mendo Dope Boys.
That was a fun one too. I liked them.
Yeah, that was a really good one. Super cool dudes, awesome. They invited us like fam. Welcome to Sarah, gave us all lunch while we were there. Just so many plants there as well. So it was really kind of an adventure running through all the fields and stuff. Joe's really impressed by the size of that cola. He's like, smoke's burning, pheno hunting, checking out strains. They had some Humboldt strains going. They had some of their own strains growing. They had all kinds of different stuff. So you could just get lost in the fields for days looking at plants.
Yeah.
Finding different terps. Oh, they had some amazing food there from one of the guys that's
This
part
is all
owner.
vegan
Is a
food.
chef, all vegan food. So really, it
Oh,
was bomb.
so good.
Some jackfruit barbecue, stir fry, all kinds of things we were mashing. Sitting under the shade tree, smoking a little bit, running around the fields. Ooh.
Oh my gosh, it was so cool. We were literally just running around the fields.
Smell this one. Smell this. Oh my God, you gotta come smell
Oh my
this.
god, look at this one.
Oh, just try your face.
There was one that smelled
just
like literally a
trichomes.
chicken dinner. I was like, this smells like I just walked into KFC. Like it smelled like a fucking
One of
chicken
their chicken
dinner.
and waffle strains was just straight up smelled like straight
It
up
was
chicken.
so weird.
Yeah, like savory. You're like, dang, I'm about to
Like
eat a
this
dinner.
fried chicken.
Oof. Mendo Dope had some really nice stuff. It's running through the fields. Ooh, that's the one.
What was that?
That was a receipt. Yeah, Mendo Dope was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Checking out some of the strains. This
Is he
what-
rapping right now?
That was rapping.
Yeah.
You're
throwing
definitely
bars.
gonna hear some raps, and you can't go without Mendo Dope dropping some bars. So there might be some music video segments of the coming vids. One of the Airbnb shots, and then we went to Hall of Flowers for a day, which is like kind of a big expo in California. So a lot of other farms in the area, extraction companies, stuff like that. So definitely a smoker-centric kind of event because you could smoke there. So not like MJ Biz kind of things like that where you can't smoke. You can just walk around, everybody's smoking. But definitely cool. A lot of exhibits, a lot of cool things going on there. Or Joe wanted me to get Oreos. They're doing some really cool like live art. Look at these huge bongs. These are
I had
like
to go check out that.
these are heaven-sized bing bongs. She's like, gotta have a J next to it.
Actually, that was Ben that handed me that joint.
Just a huge bong. I forget that guy's name. Yeah, Jerome Baker Cannabis makes all this glass. Cool dude, friend of Ben's. And some of these
Purist hooked it up
yeah.
the whole time.
Those are pretty good. Those were all live rosin extracts made with Humboldt strains. We got to hit up the redwoods and see that, which was super cool. Just mind blowing. Seeing, look at the size of these trees.
Oh my gosh, they're huge. That's not even one of the biggest trees that we saw, like, at all.
Yeah,
We drove through a tree.
I definitely felt like we were on the forest moon of Endor on Star Wars. I was waiting for some speeder bikes and Ewoks to come hit the dube. But look, yeah,
I
look
was
at this.
inside of that tree. I forgot about that.
It's really just mind blowing. We've never been to the redwoods or got to see even trees that size, but it's really just an experience. Like, so lucky we got to swing by there, part of one of the days, do some interviews with Jason from Ridgeline there, and just awesome. The trees. Dakota's got some really cool drone footage of us driving through the redwoods. It was cool. We stopped by the Bigfoot spot because if you didn't know, this is like Bigfoot country where where Bigfoot is. Having standing on the roof, almost lost a hat. And this is Area 51. We stopped there. Jorge was all excited. This is where the very first Emerald Cup was
We
held.
met John Boy.
Yeah, and Area 101 in California. So we stopped there. Jason